Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Blogs with Boilon Friday. Luckily, this has not changed from 2 p.m., so that's good. I'll tell you what has changed at 2 p.m. So we do finally have the Blitz, the Quick Rumble Blitz has gone live for the Shield, which was supposed to be happening, and I can confirm that it is just times 10 of the mutated cells. So it's normally 1,300 that you would get out of 50k. Now it's 13,000. So if you scroll to the bottom, it's basically the same thing. They just multiplied the currency by 10. The Blitz should be live now as well. It is there. So I just wanted to put that up really quickly. Now, what they haven't addressed is the people, including myself, who got to take advantage of some of the early... I did the 500k. I claimed the rewards from yesterday, and so I'm double dipping, I guess. So hopefully in the future that they'll add some compensation for that. But obviously, this is Scopely. And I do want to start by saying that, of course, because it's a blog post, everything here that I'm going to say in this video and in this blog post is subject to change. And, of course, I changed my name up here to subject to change. So, you ready to go? Then let's boil this down. And I'll unclick that off. It's a bit of a joke, but, honestly, that's just how things have been here lately on Marvel Strike Force, that I had to do that. That was kind of sad. So we have the blog post here called Along Came Three Spiders. There's been a lot of talk about this new Tangled Web team. I forgot what the name of the tag was. And, of course, we have Spider Weaver, the new original character. I haven't really spoke about this on my channel lately. I kind of wanted to wait for this blog post video today. And then we have actual images, models of Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Man 2099. P.S. Spider-Man Noir is going to be a Mystic character, and 2099 is going to be Bio. Most likely going to be the October month-long event. Just heads up for that. But let's take a look. So if you didn't watch read the Game Informer article, that's where they had a lot of stuff. I have it up here. I was going to talk about this a little bit, but I don't think I need to now. And that's where they kind of talked about the new character, kind of what you'd be expecting. It is a Cosmic Crucible 3-man team. It says right here, and it's going to be interesting, I suppose, probably for one of the existing rooms in Cosmic Crucible. Let's go through the blog before I give my comments, though. So I'm going to be skipping the lore aspect because that's all mentioned both here and in the Game Informer article and their own blog posts as well, if you want to go take a look at that. She is Hero Global, Mystic, Protector, Spider-Verse, Tangled Web. So all three of them do have the Spider-Verse tag as well as the Tangled Web tag. Basic Ethereal Strike, 225% damage to the primary target if that character is at or above if she's at or above 25% health. Bonus attack the primary target for more damage, 125% piercing and apply bleed. If this character has any negative effects, clear it from, I'm assuming from her? If this character, meaning her, I'm pretty sure she clears a negative off herself. If this character does not have a negative effect, clear it from a random ally. Okay, so that makes sense. Repeat this attack for 50%, 90%, and 100. Wait. So she can hit 4 times? 5 times. I'm not sure. 4 or 5 times here on her basic. So the higher health she has, the more she's hitting, the more bonus attacks she's getting, and every single time she bonus attacks, she clears a negative effect. And it's piercing damage. And it applies a bleed. That could be quite something for a basic attack. That's quite complex. Special, 4/4, Fateful Decision, energy cost 4/4. Gain defense up for 2 turns and offense up for 2 turns to her. In Crucible, gain immunity. If this character does not have charge, gain the charged. Spread all positive effects on this character to all Tangled Web allies and 2 other random allies. So all of these buffs are being spread. Heal self for 30% of this character's max health and heal other random allies for less. Attack primary target, after you've done all of that, of course. Attack primary target for 350 and rebound chain to 3 adjacent enemies for 300% damage. This attack can chain to stealth targets. That's nice. That's like kind of like Scream. Counterattack does break the chain, though, unfortunately. This attack is unavoidable, so you cannot dodge it. and it cannot be blocked. So that's kind of interesting. It's just kind of damaged though, but that's fine. Like, she's gonna have offense up when she does this. That's gonna be quite strong, I think. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know, never mind what I was about to say. Threads of Fate Ultimate 8 out of 8. That's a very high cooldown. So that makes me believe that if there's no energy battering going on, that this is kind of like a one-time thing, like for Crucible or War or anything like that, and not for like wider game modes maybe, but who knows. Attack primary target for 550% damage, plus apply stun and trauma. So what's interesting about the combo there is that'll prevent characters like Dr. Doom, like other characters who would shake stun off. That's not going to happen as long as the trauma lands. She gets Safeguard for 2 turns and gains 3 charged, and Crucible gain 5 charged instead. That's pretty crazy considering the special only gives 1 charged, and this gives 5. I imagine she needs to get to 5 to activate her ability. The accuracy thing. On spawn, apply stealth for 2 turns to all Tangled Web allies. Okay, so that kind of like makes the targets not them. In Crucible, bury yourself and all Tangled Web allies for 30%. Okay, that's good. On spawn, of course. And then burying the non-Tangled Web allies, of course, for 30%. So that's good too. On turn, bury yourself for 15%. When this character or a Tangled Web ally is attacked, generate 1 ability energy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's quite something, isn't it? But she doesn't taunt, does she? So how... Or a Tangled Web ally. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't have to be her. When this character has charged, lower accuracy by 100% for all enemies. When an enemy misses, lose 1 charged. Okay, so this is only going to cause like 1 person to miss, more or less. And then this will cause like 5 hits, 5 character attacks. So that's quite something. At least in Crucible, it's going to be 5. I was kind of concerned about how OP I think it's still kind of OP. We'll have to see how it works in practice in a couple of weeks when she gets released. Enemies killed by... Oh, sorry. While this character has charge... Yeah, okay. Enemies killed by this attack cannot revive. What attack? Am I confused? When an enemy enemies killed by... What attack? Let me know in the comments down below if I'm just... Am I stupid? Like, I don't know what I'm missing here. I'm not sure. I don't want to waste time. I really don't understand where this is coming in. Is this meant to be maybe on one of these other skills, perhaps? 40% max health, and Tangled Web allies gain 30%. And then an additional 10% in Crucible. So, some pretty good stats here. Some pretty good barrier. It seems... This one here seems pretty strong. I don't know if there's a possibility of even taking out Dormammu with this. I don't think so. Maybe. You know, but this is a really good skill. This definitely, like, destroys a lot of characters, actually, including Doom. Anyone that would shake stun off, so that's interesting. I don't think... Are we getting all of them? Oh my god, we're getting all their kits? Okay. Spider-Weaver in the Apocalypse Saga. It's previously mentioned that the 5th final Apocalypse Saga additional requirements. Spider-Weaver... As we can officially announce that she is the first required character, more to be announced later, to complete the strike characters. She is one of the strike characters that you're going to need to... to finish off Apocalypse. So you're going to want to build her. You're forced to build her. It was hinted at in the Game Informer article, but now it is confirmed here that that is going to be the case. So you're going to have to get on this, everyone, because, yep, you're going to have to build her whether you like it or not. Not necessarily the other characters, though, but at least for Spider-Weaver, you will have to. Background for Spider-Man 2099 here. Controller. Hero City Bio Controller, Spider-Verse Tangled Web. Okay, so let's go straight to the kit. Talon Slash, basic. 300% damage, plus clear 2 random positive effects, plus apply defense, down, and bleed. That's a lot as well for a basic attack. I can see that being a very strong striker. Chain to 1 adjacent target for 200% damage, plus clear 2 random positive effects and apply bleed. So that's really good. So I guess it depends on does the striker attack do the defense down bleed or just the bleed? I guess we'll have to find out when the patch comes out. In Crucible on crit, prolong the duration of all negative effects except stun, ability block, and trauma. This is pretty common. They have that with, like, Scarlet Spider can't do any of those either. Prolong the duration of all bleeds by 1. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's Crucible specific, not too bad. Not too bothered by that. Special Shock and Awe, 3 out of 3. Apply ability block to the primary target. Ability blocks is always nice. Attack primary target and adjacent target for 350 plus flip up offense. Okay, flip offense up. I'm not exactly sure who that's designed against. There's a handful of characters that obviously have offense up. Apply bleed. Apply offense up for 2 turns to 2 random allies that don't have offense up. So yeah, prioritizing Tangled Web allies. I mean, don't they already get this from Spider Weaver as well on their special, on her special? So I guess it's just really stacking up that offense up. In Crucible on crit, prolong the duration of all negative. Okay, so it looks like that's everywhere. It's the same thing. Attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Future Flurry, 7 out of 7. If the primary target has death proof, apply 2 death proof to self. So you're kind of like draining the death, or not, it's not draining the death proof. It's like copying the death proof and giving it to your characters. That's kind of neat. Attack all primaries, for all enemies for 300% damage, plus clear 3 random positive effects, and apply slow for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. Really huge negative status effects here. Fill the speed bar by 20% for self and all Tangled Web allies, and then of course all the on-crit stuff. So you might actually want to run this guy as a raider unless it's in his passive that enhances that. Because boy, you really want to crit with Spider-Man 2099, that's for sure. If Spider Weaver is an ally, gains speed up. On turn, flip, so he's probably going to go first. On turn, flip 1 random positive effect to a negative effect on each enemy. That is powerful, and that's outside of Crucible as well. This character gains 1000% extra focus for each active ability when clearing positive effects from enemies. That's pretty good, and I like that this is actually outside of Crucible. But in Crucible, however, if Spider Weaver is an ally, lower damage reduction for all enemies. Lower the damage reduction for all enemies with bleed by 20. So it's basically that they take 25% more damage. I'm not sure why they did it like as a negative. They should have just said that if they have bleed, they take 25% more damage. I think that would be a little bit easier, but maybe that's just me. 20% drain, Tangled Web. Is this outside of Crucible, or is it just this in Crucible? Otherwise, this might be outside of Crucible. 20% drain, 50% focus, and 50% resistance for the entire team. Or no, not the entire, for himself. And it's a little bit less on the resistance for the team. In Crucible, okay, so yeah, all the resistance they all get it in Crucible. That's a bit strange. I don't know why they had to do it that way. Spider-Man Noir. So 2099 looks pretty neat. Standalone, I'm not entirely sure. Because it really, a lot of it is with the Tangled Web team, it would appear, you know, from what I'm looking at here. But that's kind of what I figured, is that Spider-Weaver is going to be the great character outside the team, and then, you know, everyone else is just going to be within the team, probably. So Spider-Man Noir, you know, skipping the lore again, he's a blaster. He's got that gun, right? Okay, so basic. 300% damage, gains stealth. 50% chance to gain evade. In Crucible, always gain evade. Could be a decent striker. I don't know if he needs to be Raider, because there's no... I think you probably want Raider on Spider-Man 2099 now, because I didn't see any crit in there, unless it's in Noir's kit. It could be. Special, Chicago Typewriter, 3 out of 3. Pretty low cost. 300% piercing plus apply bleed, so it's going to be a lot of bleed mechanics, which is going to synergize with 2099. Attack the most injured enemy for 320% plus bleed as well. If the primary target does not have any negative effects, fill this character by 50%. So if the bleed doesn't apply, if it resists, then he gets more turn bar. Is that what I'm getting at? Ultimate Lead Rain, 5 out of 5. 350% piercing to the primary target, plus apply 3 bleed and 1 heal block. Attack adjacent targets, so next to them, of course, for a little bit less piercing, and apply 2 bleed instead of 3, and heal block as well. If this character has stealth, apply disrupted for 2 turns to the primary target. So, okay, so he wants to be in stealth before using this. And his passive, in Crucible, if health is full at the start of the match, which it should be, you know, for the first attack, on spawn, gain revive once with 50% of this character's max health. Interesting, just him. This character's attack deals an additional 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm enemies? What am I reading? Like, I'm so confused. Is this just a nod to his lore? Are they reworking Hydra and Swarm? I'm really lost here. Is that like an FU to Baron Zemo? I'm not sure what's going on. Anyone who like reads the comics and wants to let me know in the comments down below, that'd be great as well. I'm not really super familiar with Noir. It's kind of funny though. When an enemy gains a positive effect, fill this character's speed bar by 10%. That's kind of cool. gain 50% damage. Tangled Web allies gain 15% damage. In Crucible, if Spider-Weaver as an ally, non-Spider-Verse allies, Tangled Web Spider-Verse allies gain, so the extra characters on your team gain 15%, but only in Crucible. Now, yeah, this kind of makes me believe that you do want to run Raider for Spider-Man 2099 if you want to, because of the on-crit mechanics. It doesn't appear, that's essentially Raider. I don't see anything else that's adding crit to them right now. So, let me know what you think about these three characters. Obviously, Spider-Weaver is going to be the main one, and the other characters are going to be the tag-alongs, I think, at least in Crucible, so far as what I understand. Also, Spider-Man Noir is Mystic. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. So you want to level up, gear up Spider-Weaver first. So there's some changes to Cosmic Crucible. We're finally going into Cosmic Crucible Season 1, which is going to be starting on September the 19th. We're actually missing a week of Crucible from September 12th to 14th, which is going to be not in this next Crucible, but the Crucible after that. So hopefully they compensate for that as well. New league subdivisions. They're creating some new league called Grandmaster to the top. Is that it? Just kind of skimming a little bit, but leagues will now be defined based on a set amount of tribunal rating. Yes! No longer is it based on the guy at the top. What was his name? Zubin? I don't know. Nothing against Zubin, but yeah, that was a really fucked up system that they had designed, that it was based on the person at the top. So this is going to be more look more like War, I think, probably, is that they're going to have like a specific threshold, I guess, for your trophies and what you're going to be doing. It does seem that they're doing multiple ranks. I see a Diamond 2, which is not what we currently have. We just have Diamond. So it looks like they're kind of just rehashing the leagues in terms of what you're going to be looking out for. So read on here more if you want to kind of check that out. Updated rewards. We knew this already. They're going to add more Blue 4 ions. Your rewards will also increase more regularly during the preseason. That's new, I think, because they haven't had that before either. So that's new. Tangled Web, blah, 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 blah. Improvements. Matchmaking. Yeah, I mean, I've gone up against the same player quite frequently in the past before, so hopefully that's been improved. That's basically what they say here. And just some updates to the UI, I think, as well. New stage rules. This is important. Okay, so 3 through 6. Global rule Age of X. So this is all rooms. Hero mutants gain 50% damage, 15% damage reduction, 100% focus, and 500% resistance. Holy shit. So Unlimited X-Men are going to get even more powerful than they were before, meaning that you should do that now if you haven't already. On turn, Hero mutants clear revive once and immunity from all enemy. Okay, so that is interesting. So if they go first, they can remove the revive ones from enemies, like Dormammu and stuff like that. This is going to be a huge uplifting against players with Dormammu, I think. Maybe even Infinity Watch as well. Defending characters have 20% health, and that's the same. Wow, this is a huge change, actually. So Room 3, Spider-Mania. Spider-Verse characters gain Safeguard for 2 turns plus 2 Deflect. That's kind of interesting. Now, I mean, obviously, Spider-Verse characters like Sinister Six, Web Warriors, Symbiotes, and this new upcoming Tangled Web, which is probably what this is designed for, if you're wanting to put them on the defense or offense, I suppose. Latent Power. On end of turn, global heroes gain offense up. Okay, not a huge deal, I guess. It could be for Unlimited X-Men as well, because all of them are global. Biological Temperament. On turn, bio characters apply offense down to a random enemy without offense down. That'll be interesting as well. I don't know how many bio characters I'm currently using, to be honest, in Cosmic Crucible. Web Warriors is just what comes to mind right now off the top of my head. Gamma as well. Yeah, I forgot Gamma. So maybe Gamma on the defense. Stage 6, Tales of Legend. So I think with this new... I'm going to go back to doing my Crucible guide that I did before with the chart. I think that this might become more relevant now. And we'll see going forward as in terms of what characters you want to use in these rooms. I hadn't done it for a very long time because the rooms kind of pigeonholed certain characters and teams into certain rooms. And while this does too, it might be opening up things a little bit more. So keep an eye out for that as well. Stage 6, Tales of Legend. Legendary characters game. Okay, you're just going to have a full team of legendary characters? Probably not. You're probably just going to, I don't know, Infinity Watch or something in there with Adam Warlock gaining more damage, or Bionic Avengers even gaining 3. No, probably not. But I don't, I don't know which legendary characters you're going to chuck in here. I have no idea. Hulk Hunter events. Okay, so Coordinated Assault is coming back. That's the ISO 8 energy spending. We don't need to talk about that. The Power of Attorney. This is the She-Hulk event that is starting next week. And so do keep an eye out for my math videos, which will be early next week when we talk about this. This event will be going live on it says September the 7th. That is the Wednesday. Okay, so that's fine. That's when Stark R&D started, so that's okay, I think, at 2 p.m. So I'll be putting out my video probably Monday or Tuesday for this, which is related to the math. There is a 5 red star She-Hulk in there, so don't buy She-Hulk if you haven't already. Save that up, and then you'll get that during the event. And this is going to be for her costume event. You're also going to be able to buy the Miss Marvel costume and Misty Knight if you so desire. Math is all here. I'm not going to go over this because we're kind of getting a bit long on this video here. I'll be taking a look at this later throughout the weekend, and I'll be mathing this out myself. There's going to be a Public Defender milestone that's going to be involving blitzing, again, with Gamma and Defenders characters. Again, I'll math that out as well. So keep an eye out that there's going to be more blitzing happening. And then there's something called the Fighting Force Web milestone. It's a war milestone that includes extra points for A-Force. So I don't know if I'm going to end up... Oh, and spending campaign energy as well. So I don't know if I'm going to actually be upgrading my A-Force any more than I already have. You do get some points, or at least you're supposed to get points for campaign energy. That's what it said in the data mine. Maybe it's not. We'll take a look at the math later on, though, anyways, and see how that ends up panning out. And then we have Weapon X Quick Rumble next week as well. Character availability, Valkyrie into the Orbs next week on September the 6th. We have Payday coming back around. We have Alpha Raid coming back around. We have Omega Red coming back around. And that's it. And as always, everyone, everything in this blog is subject to change. Also, take a look at this post if you're wanting to keep track of the events for the whole month. This was posted on Marvel Strike Force's Twitter account. You can also find it in my Discord channel as well. So do keep an eye out there. So, putting this back up. It's been a bit of a long video though, but I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And of course, look out for videos over the weekend and into next week as we talk about all of the stuff that's been mentioned here. So, until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.